Welcome everybody to my Final Fantasy X playthrough. If you're a long-time watcher of my channel, then you will know that Final Fantasy is one of my all-time favorite game series, alongside Dragon Age. But yeah, I haven't done a playthrough on my channel yet, so I thought it was about time I did one, and I decided to start with Final Fantasy X because it's the first voiced Final Fantasy, so I didn't have to sit here and read it all to you, and I thought it'd be a good ground to start on. So, it's not my favorite Final Fantasy. As you probably know, Final Fantasy VIII is my favorite, but yeah, this is a close second. So, trip me out for a moment there where the screen changed. So, yeah, we'll be doing a playthrough of Final Fantasy X. If you're a player of Final Fantasy X yourself, you'll know that there is a lot besides the main story to do in this game. So if you've got all the hidden aeons you can collect, you've got the dark aeons to beat, you've got all the monsters to collect, the celestial weapons for everybody because they all have the unique weapons, and also penance as well you've got to deal with. So I plan on doing sort of all of that, but as you probably know, it'll take forever to do it. So rather than drag you all along for everything, I'll do the main story up to the point where you have to start grinding to do that crap, and then I'll do the grinding off camera and bring you all back when I'm ready to take on a Dark Aeon, or when I'm ready to take on Penance, for example, all that sort of thing. The mini games and stuff I'll try and keep in, so you can watch me get extremely frustrated and pull what's left of my hair out. But yeah, for the most part, the main grinding will be done off camera. So anyway, let's get on with the game. So, oh, wrong button. Let's skip this. You will probably notice as well that when it came up with the sort of screen change, it said mod enabled. I am running quite a few mods for this game. It's mainly graphical upgrades and quality of life enhancements. Nothing ridiculous, but as always, my mod list will be in the Discord if you want to join it just to check out the mods. You don't have to stick around, obviously. It's been a bit quiet in now because I'm a tiny content creator. So yeah, let's start. We'll go with new game and let's crack on with the game. So for those of you who haven't played Final Fantasy X before, they normally have unique ways of leveling or powering up your characters. In this one, you get a thing called a sphere grid. There's two different versions. There's a standard and an expert. There isn't much difference between them. From my understanding, somebody will probably correct me on this, but from my understanding, the standard one, you get a few characters you can use in the game. Each one is kind of set in their own area of the grid. And then once you've completed their area, you're free to move around into other characters' areas. The expert grid, from what I understand, is just sort of free to go where you want right from the start. So I'm going to go with the standard one, just so it kind of helps keep with the story and it's not too confusing for people. Everybody's in their own area, and then once we get to the end, you're free to go where you want. So yes, you can't change it in the game either, as it says there. And then you've got two different soundtracks. So you've got the original from the PS2 version of the game, and then you've got the remastered audio from the game. Well, I'm going to go with the remastered one. So yes. Yeah, one of the biggest letdowns with Final Fantasy X is the intro cutscene, which is not very exciting whatsoever. Normally Final Fantasies have very dramatic, action-packed intros that kind of suck you into the game from the get-go. This one is a bit on the lackluster side, so I can take the chance to explain that I'm going to have my camera off for this playthrough. There's a lot of UI stuff in the game, so it doesn't matter really where I put my camera, it's going to be in the way of something, so I thought I'd just play it safe and just not have it on at all.
If people want it on, I'll try and find a way to incorporate it into the screen somewhere, but I'm pretty sure none of you give a shit, really. But yeah, if you do want it on, let me know, and I'll put it back on. But otherwise, I'll just leave it off. My fellow party members. I used to collect a lot of Final Fantasy memorabilia back in the day. And I'm pretty sure I've got a replica of that necklace lying around somewhere. I have a lot of Final Fantasy VIII memorabilia as well, which would be nice to stick around the room somewhere. Wanted to get a bit more decorated.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Final Fantasy X. So yeah, very exciting beginning. Are you sucked into the game? Are you ready to go? Are you intrigued on his story? Or are you already asleep? Very weird clothes people are wearing. It's a ghost kid. Remember that kid? He crops up several times throughout the story and he's actually quite important. Look at my adoring fans. Right, before we get talking to my my fans, I'm just gonna check the settings real quick. So I've adjusted the settings. I didn't really change very much. All I've done is adjust the resolution of the game to match my monitor. And because I'm playing on an Xbox controller, I needed to change a couple of the buttons. One of them, one of the buttons is A is normally interact and B is cancel. But for some reason it's the other way around at the start. I just had to change them both so I'm not stood here smashing the A button trying to interact with things and realizing later on that I look like a twat because it's the other way around. So yeah, let's talk to the lady with the red hair first because red hair is the best.
Can I have your autograph?
Excuse me, I didn't talk for you.
Of course.
This is where you get to name your character. I'm just going to leave mine as Titus or Titus, depending on how you like to pronounce it. I'm going to call it Titus because that's what I've always called it. Proceed.
Good luck tonight.
Thank you. I'm going to put a big heart on yours because you're my favorite. You got awesome hair.
If I score a goal, I'll do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
Yeah.
East block in the front row. Fifth from the right.
Got it.
Look at me, I'm a ladies' man. Let's talk to the little ginger kid behind. What up, dude? Good luck. Well, you're boring. What about this guy? Good luck. You're boring too. What about this lady who's vigorously thrusting the air? What are you doing?
I've been a big fan of yours from the very beginning.
I won't let you down.
Thanks.
Just go back to thrusting again after being really nervous. What the hell is going on with that woman in the background? Look at her. The woman holding the ball. Like she's possessed. Her body's twisting, but her head's staying perfectly. What the fuck's going on? How about this dude with the snazzy outfit?
Hey, how are you feeling?
Great as ever. Thanks.
Yeah, we're cheering for you.
I'm just going to check what happens if I go behind. Does her head, like, snap on its shoulders? No. It's fucking weird. All right, the ghost kid. What up, dude?
The game tonight. It's very important.
You'll recognize that symbol on his back later on in the game as well. You might want to take a note of that. What about the dude with the goggles? Good luck, you're boring. What about this woman who's jiggling?
Are you gonna show us that shot tonight?
I don't know. Maybe.
You should do it for us.
Yes. Yeah, look at her jiggling herself very provocatively there. Finally, let's talk to the little kids.
Can you sign this?
No prob.
2 ginger kids. Love Titus.
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take it easy.
There, we're all done. Let's run away.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
She's still thrusting away in the background.
Maybe tonight, well,
You can't tonight.
I mean tomorrow.
How the hell does that jiggly girl see? Look, the hat's right over her eye.
Promise.
Remember that as well. Props up in the story fairly soon. It becomes important. What a pretty city. Saggy bottom lip. Pick that lip up, boy.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jecht, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jecht all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jecht Memorial Cup tournament is today. The 2 teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I know there's a lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jecht's blood and the new hope of blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary shot? I don't think I'm the only one excited here, folks.
And now Zanar has finished narrating on both of our lives, like a weirdo. Just going to talk to everybody real quick before we go anywhere, because a couple of these people give you potions. You may have seen there was a lady who looked identical to this one running up the path. If you speak to her and tell her you can get her tickets, she will give you a couple of potions. I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, there's somebody else along here who also gives you potions, but I could be wrong. I'm just going to have a quick chat with them and see. Might be one of those little kids actually running down there, but there's another redhead. Yeah. Alright, let's talk to the jiggly lady who's still jiggling away here. Nope, just that one. Alright, then no worries. Crack on. Won't need potions for a while now anyway.
Make way, make way!
Barge through the crowd.
Coming through, sorry. Hey, I'm gonna be late. Hey, let go of me.
No one's got hold of you. Doing a weird run on the spot as well. Now this next cutscene is awesome. If you ask me, it should have been the original opener to the game. Yeah, if this was the opener to the game, I think it would have definitely drawn you in a lot more. If you hadn't guessed it by now, that game they were playing is called blitzball, which is basically an cross between rugby and football. You only have to. It is the mini game for this game. You only have to play one game. It doesn't matter whether you win or lose. But yeah, you do get to play it a lot if you want to, and it's recommended that you do play it because that's how you unlock one of your character's best weapons and finishing moves.
Oren! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about, man? Hello? Can I speak to any of you? No? You're not jiggling anymore, are you? I can't speak to that guy either. Nor that woman. That guy with the yellow shorts keeps falling over.
Huh?
There he is again.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
To be fair, I'd probably freak out if that happened to me as well.
What the? Huh? Hey, wait! Hey, not this way.
Look.
The giant fart bubble.
We called it sin.
Sin?
Unleashes giant squid things. Which in turn release giant spider bird things. That's it, bitch slap him.
Take it.
It's a nice sword.
A gift from Jekt.
My old man?
I hope you know how to use it.
That was a sick pep talk.
These ones don't matter. We cut through.
Thanks to Aaron's glorious pep talk there, I managed to be able to go from not being able to hold the weapon with two hands to being able to wield it with one in the space of about 10 seconds. Choppy, choppy. All you can really do at the start of the game is attacks. As you progress through the game, obviously, you get access to more abilities and stuff. So for now, we're just going to...
going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
Like he said, just gonna chop the shit out of everything. Touch him in there. Oren's basically doing double the damage I am at this point. Earthquake! Oh, the squid has arrived. Demi. This is basically your introductory boss fight to the game, so you can't really die at this point. As long as you kill...
Some can't wait to die.
Good scream. As long as you kill the bird things, you can't die. When a character's overdrive gauge beneath the HP/MP display is full, the character may use a special unique attack once. Press left on the D-pad in the command window to use an overdrive. So, overdrives are basically like limit breaks from previous Final Fantasies. Normally, you have to wait till you're like low on HP to be able to use them, or use a magic buff. But in this game, you've got a bar under your name. So if you look at Tidus's, his is almost full. And that bar builds up every time you get attacked until you unlock other ways of building it up. Dragon Fang. Gotta remember to do this now. Oh no. No! Oh crap. I balls that one right up. The problem I have is the controller I'm using, the left back button doesn't work all the time because the controller keeps getting dropped. Joys of having children, I suppose, but yeah, keep dropping the controller, and now like that button only works every now and then, doesn't work all the time. But yeah, you got a certain time limit, you got to smash all them buttons in the correct order. If you manage to do it, the faster you do it, the more damage it does for Auron, whereas Tidus's is a bit more simpler. You just got to stop the bar inside the yellow square, and the quicker you do it, the more damage it does. So don't be relying on Auron too much, because I can't press out the left back button. But as I said, the boss only uses Demi, which does like quarter of your HP in damage. So when you're down to like 1 HP, it can't damage you anymore. So there's no point in wasting potions in this fight. Just keep hacking away at him. And he's dead. Leg it. And take the opportunity to throw down a save here. Traveler Save Spear level 1 stores a record of your travels, also fully restores your party's HP and MP. So this is how you save your game. You don't necessarily have to save it to heal your characters. All you have to do is click on it like that, and your characters are fully healed again. But I'm just going to throw down a save.
What are you laughing at, old man? Auron, let's get out of here.
We aren't expected.
Huh? Give me a break, man.
Give me a break, man. Give me a Kit Kat. So if you haven't guessed it, Tidus has some serious daddy issues, which will become apparent throughout the story. That's a lot of birds. Spider bird, crap things, I don't know what you want to call them. What are they called, actually? Let's find out. They're called sin scales. Oh, his wings start to flicker. We'll make sure you kill you next then, because overkill. Let's get rid of that one there, because he's flickering as well. An overkill, by the way, is like, say an enemy has 120 HP, for example. If you kill it by double that, so you killed it with 240 in an attack, you'll get an overkill, and that just rewards you with more money.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Trust it. Yeah, an overkill just rewards you with more money and items at the end of the battle. Back away. Spine. Miss. Nearly there. Should do it. Not the greatest craftsmanship in the world if it went down that easily. Leg it, mate, leg it. Look at that great leap. He leapt like a salmon. Oh, we're getting sucked into Sin's butthole.
Marshal. This is it. This is your story.
Don't tell anyone. I hope he white.
It all begins here.
Every time I see that part, it reminds me of the film Evolution. If you've never watched it, it's Evolution's basically...
Hey!
Hey! Yeah, Evolution's basically a film where aliens come to Earth.
My old man?
And there's a part, it's a comedy film, and there's a part in the film where there's like a giant, like, one-celled, I'm going to say amoeba, I don't know if that's the right word, but a giant one-celled organism, and they're trying to destroy it by shooting it in a weak spot with shampoo. I know it sounds stupid, but it's a great film. And there's a part where there's a black dude about to shoot it with shampoo, and he gets sucked into the alien's bumhole. And he's like, "Don't you tell anybody where I've been. You can't imagine the things I've seen in there." And it just reminds me of that. You should definitely give it a watch if you've never watched it. It's hilarious.
A lot of things. Like where I was, what I got myself into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
Now, the story might not make 100% sense to you at the start, if you've never played it before, but it becomes more and more
Anybody there?
understandable as you progress the game.
Oren! Hey!
And now the pretty bird is deaf. And then we get to swim around. So as you can see, like, you got a little mini map in the top left-hand corner now. That's normally where my face would have been. So at least you can see the mini map now, so you can see where I am. Let's go to the left first, because if I'm remembering correctly, there is a chest. Up these steps. Oh, I'll explain what that little blue thing is in a minute. Yeah, there it is. 2 potions. Right, so this little introduction to Al Bhed. Finding Albed primers to help you decipher the strange Albed language, and then a bunch of crap written in Albed. Use a previously saved Albed primer data to synthesize a new Albed primer. And yeah. So basically what that is there's a race of people in the game called Albed, and they have their own language. Throughout the game, you collect things called Albed primers, which there's 26, one for each letter of the alphabet. Once you collect them all, you can understand, every time you're near an Albed, you can understand what they're talking about. So, for instance, Albed Volume 1 would be, like the letter Y when they're talking would be the letter A. So every time they're talking, you'd see it. You click on this if you've got a previous save game, and then you can it basically transfers all the Albed Albed primers across, so you can understand their language right from the start of the game. And there's a thing over here to show you what I mean. Right here somewhere. Here he is. There's another chest. 200 pound, or gil, as it's known in Final Fantasy. So you get loads of these little things dotted around the world. Something is written here. And obviously it's written in Albed. So if you, for example, had Y equals A, then every time the letter Y appears in the Albed language, that would then be an A in pink, to let you know that you can understand that bit. Certain words are always understandable, like Macalania there.
What do we have here? Nope, can't read it.
And you come back to these things later on in the game when you can understand more of the language, and it gives you essentially a code to a hidden location or hidden treasure that you can find with an airship that you unlock later on. But for now, it's just a shiny thing on the wall. Let's save it again, because why not? And then we'll go down this path on the left, because I'm pretty sure there's another chest. Yes, yes it is. A high potion. Should have kept walking, bro. Which way do we go? We must just go forward. There's some fishies. Overkill. Two down, one to go. Oh, Big Daddy's arrived. Oh, I got this. Let's go. 31 damage. He's doing like half of my HP, but I'm doing 31 damage. 32 that time. He's in trouble now. He's cutting my HP in half each time with an uppercut to the jewel. Run away! Oh, he's gonna get me. I just escaped. If he'd have chomped his jewels in, I would have been in trouble.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
Giving up too easily, bro. Up the stairs. The pathway is like extremely janky.
Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider Alright, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please consider watching some of my other videos, maybe smashing that like button or dropping a sub. You don't have to, of course, it's entirely up to you. Like I said, it just helps me out and helps my channel grow. Most of all, though, a massive thank you to those of you who are watching, and I hope to see you all in the next one.